I'm going to show how to find the answers to these two problems. I'll do this in two separate videos, one for the division and then one for finding the solutions to the second polynomial there. All right, so dividing. One thing you have to be careful of, I'm going to move over to the document camera here. One thing to be careful of is that when you're dividing either long division or synthetic division, the descending order of the exponents, you have to include all of them. So here we have x to the third power and an x, but no x squared. So if we're going to do long division, we have to do 4x cubed plus 0x squared minus 2x plus 1. We need to include that 0. And then we're going to divide that by, and I'm not sure if I'm leaving enough room here, but we'll go like that. We divide that by x plus 2. Now I'll also do the synthetic division right next to it, just so you can see them both. So if I just look at the coefficients, I would have 4, 0, negative 2, and 1. And if you forgot that 0, you might be going, oh, that is the easy thing to forget, and it's going to mess you up every time. If the solution is x plus 2, we need to put a minus 2 here. And again, the reason for that is that when you set this equal to 0 to solve it, x minus 2, x plus 2, x would have to be negative 2 to make it 0. So when you set this equal to 0 and you're solving for all the values of x, negative 2 plus 2 is 0, so we use this negative 2 as one of the solutions. All right, so I'm going to divide using the long division method. I need to multiply something times x to get 4x cubed. So if I multiply by 4x squared times x is 4x cubed. And then I have to multiply the 4x squared times 2 to distribute. I get 8x squared. And the x squared should line up here, and the x cubed should line up there. I'm going to subtract 4x cubed minus 4x cubed is 0. 0x squared minus a positive 8x squared, negative 8x squared. Bring down the next term. Something times x is negative 8x squared. Well, negative 8x times x will give me negative 8x squared. And negative 8x times 2 is going to give me negative 16x. I'm subtracting. Negative 8x squared minus a negative 8x squared is 0. Negative 2x minus a negative 16x. Remember, when you subtract negative, that's like adding. So we get 14x. Bring down the last term here, 1. Something times x is 14x. 14x. So 14x times x. Oops, sorry, no x. I apologize, just 14. 14 times x is 14x. 14 times 2 is 28. I'm going to subtract, and I'm just going to have enough room. 14x minus 14x is 0. 1 minus 28 is negative 27, which means I have a remainder. So I'm going to have a solution of, I apologize about the scribble there, minus 27 out of x plus 2. And if I do my synthetic division, I should end up with the same thing. Synthetic division, first number comes straight down. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, plus 0 is negative 8. There's that negative 8 right there. Here's my 4 and my minus 8 right here. Negative 2 times negative 8 is a positive 16, plus negative 2 is a positive 14. There was that negative 16 right here. There's that positive 14. Negative 2 times 14 is negative 28, plus 1 gives a remainder of negative 27. So I would have 4x squared minus 8x plus 14, and the remainder minus 27x plus 2's. And that was the final solution when we divide using synthetic division. That should have been what we have right here. Yep, there it is.